Hi Scorpio, and welcome to Many Moons Tarot. My name is Kayla, and today we will be pulling your mid-July monthly general reading. So with that, we're going to pull messages regarding to maybe love, finance, anything that you might be experiencing in the middle of July that you can resonate through with these messages. So let's start by shuffling the deck. We'll be also pulling angel messages and moonology messages along the way. So we have the Empress as your overall message here. Overall theme. King of Cups. Two of Cups. Queen of Wands. Eight of Wands. Three of Swords. And Three of Wands. So what I'm gathering here, so maybe somebody really, hurt you really fast. Maybe this is you moving on. Maybe in the beginning, somebody really sought, this potential with you, really loved and cared about you, right? You gave it everything. You gave it a chance. You're like, wow, something so small can grow into this. Like, wow, I never expected this to happen. Maybe it was an idea even, maybe friendship, whatever you're going through, but I feel like maybe it came in fast and now you're kind of picking up those pieces and trying to move on with your life. It's kind of what I'm seeing here, but take what you will and leave out the rest. Let's get feelings here. So maybe something that's on your mind, something relating to this. So we have fed up. So, maybe, you're fed up with, people hurting you. You give them all your love, you give them like passion and time, and then they mistreat you. That's part of life, unfortunately, whatever the situation is. You can't, sometimes you got to remember, like, at the end of the day, like, if people are going through something, you're not going to be able to help them out. You can help them somewhat, but they're not going to listen to you, if it's something, if they're stubborn. You can't change people at the end of the day. Let's see. Let's get the moonology message here. We got two messages that wanted to come out here. So you have know your worth and focus on the positive. So I am seeing this end here and just trying to pick yourself back up. You've put enough time, and effort into something potentially, but you gotta know, you gotta know who you are. And I feel like this could be you, the King of Cups. You know what you want in love. You've been through maybe enough. This doesn't have to be love, but I do primarily read this as a love reading. Focus on the positive. We can't focus on people from our past. The past is the past for a reason. Focus on the new things happening in your life. Focus on, what you can change. Maybe you are dealing with a Sagittarius or a Taurus. I do get the Queen of Wands, that is fire energy. I'm picking up more on, maybe fire energy than not, but, take what you will here, whatever resonates. But I feel like at the end of the day, you're tired of it. You know your worth. Maybe you have kids together, not necessarily, but the Empress does give that motherly energy here for you. But let's see. Maybe you're seeing messages and numbers that, are primary. We'll take one. We have 1919, divine guidance. Your angels are guiding you on a path of purpose. Listen closely to their whispers, for their divine guidance will light your way toward a future filled with clarity and purpose. So yeah, you know, focus on things that align with your greater good, greater goals in life. You know, you want your future, you know, to be bright, and you know, you got to listen closely to that. Don't focus on like what you can't change in the current moment, but focus on things that you know will benefit you more so in the future. So, you know, you'll get that clarity and purpose when you're ready. Whenever spirit, you know, wants to put you in that path, he will do that. So, with this, we will see you next reading. Take care.